Hi, so this is the cover of my math journal. I decided to do mine digitally. I felt like it would be a little bit easier for me. I do have a gridded response activity we did beside me. That's a sheet of paper. I'll show it at the end of the video, but I did not add it in there. But I do keep it in my journal. In my notebook. So I'll go ahead and get started. So for the first page, we have the school improvement plan that we did at the beginning of the school year. So we just listed the different parts of the plan. We learned how to use the template, how to read it. We answered questions. So we looked at the trends of math EOG, their overall student proficiency in math, how who serves on the team, and how parents can be more engaged. And then on the second page, I have a warm-up we did where we were adding fractions, and then we were to simplify those fractions. So that was a warm-up problem we did one day. Then I have the UBD stages of backward design. So for this one, we went over the stages. So we went over stage 1, 2, and 3. And then we answered the guided questions. So under stage 1, I have the guided questions for that. Under stage 2, the guided questions. And then on the next page, the guided questions for stage 3. So here is a warm-up problem we did one day. So it was our piggy bank problem. We were trying to solve how much money was in the piggy bank. And then we also did our name amount. So each letter of our name equaled out to a number, and we were trying to see who had the most, who had the highest number out of everyone when you added up their name. So then we were trying to solve how long it would take. So I did my 6 minutes times 5. And then I just did the rest of the math over here. So this was a warm-up problem for another day. And then we did more math problems that day. So we were just adding fractions, trying to simplify multiplication. And then we were trying to find the total amount for a problem. And then I have a bunch of other math problems I did over here. So this was dollar amounts again, and we were just trying to solve and figure out the total, as I have up here also. Here's our Valentines Day activity we did. I actually scanned this into the notebook. So we were just trying to find trios or more of numbers that add up to equal 15. So it would be pairs or trios. So here's our fact family. So we know that 7 times 3 equals 21. 3 times 7 equals 21. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So basically we know that if you flip these, it'll still be 21. And we made our triangle for our fact family, and then division over here. And then we have our, I believe this was from a question or warm-up question we did where we were adding up money. So it was easier for me to just circle them to see, basically just easier for me to solve it if I saw them in a circle. So then here's another game we did. We did the dice game where we would roll it, and then if we landed on a certain number, we'd have to start over. So I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, if we landed on if the same number was on both dice, we had to start all over and get to 0. So I rolled a 12, a 3, a 10, and then 4, and then equaled it out to 29. I remember I did not win that game. So then we just have more problems that I did from that day. Here was a warm-up question we did. We were trying to find the amount of books, and then we were also trying to figure out how many dozens of eggs they would need for, I believe it was a class. So then we did a kilometer question. We actually got to do keep, change, flip for this one. It'd been a long time since I remember to do keep, change, flip. So that was sort of a review for me. So that's just me working out some more problems here. So this was from not that long ago, actually. We were trying to see what each piece equaled all together. I tried drawing it at first, but it wasn't much help, so I looked at the board to solve that problem for me. But we just put what fraction it equaled up to be to make the whole. And then that was another question we did that day. And then we did more fractions. I believe these were improper fractions we were doing, and we were trying to solve for them for 1 and 2. And then these were the answers to all the questions of the improper fractions we did that day. And then we went over our lesson plan, or what we presented in class, and we answered questions about that. So that was our standard for that, and I just answered the questions. And then that was also part of this. And then we went over conceptual understanding, fluency, application. I took notes on that. And then we also went over rigor, which was concrete, representational, and abstract, and I just took notes on that. And then I also have the guided practice activity that we did, and I just have all my answers right there. So yeah, that's pretty much my math journal.